we let loose a little secret too. Oh, Emma's here. Okay, let me just say the secret real quick. We are gonna put okay, so I have 2 dogs in real life. I'm putting a virtual dog in the studio. We're getting a virtual dog, guys. We're gonna have a doghouse first while I get the animations and everything set up.
That's so cool, man.
Oh, what up? Hello,
that
hello.
So cool.
Let me stop this music real quick.
Thank you for your patience, man.
No, of course.
No, you're good, man. Keep it rocking. Keep the vibes going.
Yeah, all right. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm super excited to jump on here with you. This virtual studio stuff is insane. It's mind-blowing. So thank you for doing what you do, for being so creative, and for allowing me into your space, man. This is super exciting.
Thank you for being here in my space. I'm excited to have you. I remember just like not even too long ago, you had invited me to be interviewed at yours, and it's just exciting to be able to like have you here and kind of
definitely
not even just return the favor. I don't even want to say return the favor because you had way bigger stuff going on than this, but it's exciting,
no, not even
dude.
Like that.
It's
so
not
returning
exciting.
the favor because honestly, it's been like a friendship for how long's it been, bro? I mean, going all the way back to when you were probably still in high school. You were like,
I was talking to Chad. I was like, we've been in tech for over 10 years at least, dude. Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I want to say for me that was like 2006, so like 15 years plus now. So it's been a really good journey, and of course to have your friendship along. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. I'm excited to have you here. I've been basically raving about you this entire time because I
appreciate it, man.
Yeah, dude. Yes. I'm just so proud of you, dude. Honestly, like I have a lot of friends into creative stuff, and just seeing what you've created, what you've put out. Not even just like being out there and working, but I mean even when you create music, you've put stuff out for free. Like you got like albums out that you're just like, hey, take this and share it. And I think that's just amazing. Like it's not even about the money for you, and you're really in it for the community. It's great.
I appreciate that, bro. Honestly, I mean, it's been a long time coming of doing this kind of work, but at the same time, it's like we were just talking about it, how there's like pros and cons, and what we're gonna get into is probably gonna be like a personal conversation in terms of like that excitement that you share, right? Where you're like amping me up, bro. Every time I see you post online like this right now, it's still mind blowing. I'm still trying to get over the fact that I'm, in your virtual studio right now on the big screen. So just much love to you for doing what you do. And again, all that's reciprocated, Ben. I mean, a lot of it definitely is for the community. And of course, it's out there for free when we do it. But then it's like that stage fright almost of like, yo, I listened to some of my old my old music, and I'm like, nah, I can do better now. Like, I don't want to put that out anymore. I want to put out new stuff. So
which is crazy.
Whenever I see, well, it goes back and forth, right? Like you see me post something, you get inspired. I see you post something, I get inspired,
right? And
we just keep pushing it back and forth. That's kind of what I meant by it's not even returning a favor, really. It's just keeping the friendship going at this point, bro.
Yeah, so it's like again, banter. It's just pushing off each other.
Exactly, man. It's not really currency, but it's definitely an energy exchange. So
no, for sure. And like honestly, like even when you're saying like, oh, looking back at your old stuff, like it doesn't feel the same or whatever. Like I feel the same way about mine, but then thinking back about your stuff, like when you were in projects and when you were like, performing live and I was at your shows, or when you're like doing Paralante stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like
that's really taking it back. Yes.
Studio quality, amazing stuff already. So I mean, I was already looking up to you before we even got to this level. So it's exciting, man. I'm happy to have you.
Bro, around that time you had Salinas Radio going on. So you were like one of the locals, like running it off of Winamp on your computer. Like, bro, you just made do with what you had. And again, it just goes back to where we're at right now. I mean, think of it, like thinking back 10, 15 years, would you have envisioned the virtual space that we're in right now, being able to connect like this? Of course, the caliber of music keeps getting better and better on my end as well. And I appreciate your support with that. But it's like, we've just grown and developed and, matured, so to speak, man. So I appreciate, again, the friendship throughout all this time. And of course, I'm sure we can get into a whole bunch of different layers of conversations because there is so much to kind of pull from. So
honestly, even like
going your way, bro. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Like, it's kind of funny, like, it does kind of go for full circle, like multiple times. Like I literally, now that I think about it, like I'm like, I had a little radio thing, and then you were making music and I wanted to feature you, and then you had a radio thing and you were like, hey, come on my show, and then I'm like, no, I want to feature you for all the radio stuff you've done and all the music shit you did. So I'm like, dang, it's really great. it really does just come around. Yeah. And honestly, like this whole studio is just a way for me to hide that my house is a mess, so we're good.
I need one of those, but I need to rent your studio. Like, do you do hourly rates? Like, yeah, we got to figure out a deal.
We're gonna get you with a nice like 500 by 500 foot setup, a nice warehouse with everything you
Only
need.
if I get a virtual dog, bro. You know, there's no deal if there's no virtual dog.
You can get 2.
That's what I was going to ask you earlier when we were doing the sound check, the test run a little while ago. I wanted to ask you about if you spin your drone around and you have like a little VR setup thing. I was going to say, bro, like instead of just VR, why not make that like the little cipher? You can have different MCs come in your show and drop a hot 16 or whatever people call it, right? Just like kick some flows, man. Like do your thing in the little booth right there. And of course, kind of like a late night show is kind of how I envision your setup right now. It's like you have the live house band over here, you have the stage on the other side, you have like your couch for your guests, right? I mean, you're pretty much there, but you're doing it already, So again, just hats off, respetos to you, bro.
All right, so you are absolutely onto something with that. So initially, I had made this tiny little space right here with the guitar for.
That's the open mic setup right there.
Yeah,
bro.
this was my open mic. But then I was like, nah, I need something bigger. So like you were mentioning with that VR space, I got this bad boy right here. So I was thinking of actually having this set up where the only problem is, okay, so here's the deal. We need to get you a green screen.
Yeah, I do, because this is not working, right? Like I gotta fix my lighting, I gotta fix it all, but it's cool. Man. I wanted to jump on and share this.
See, I literally have like a full body green screen. So what I want to happen is be able to show foot to head standing in the virtual world, just like this guy's doing, and you would literally be in the studio completely. And I think that would be amazing. I would have to get I actually have green screen. I could set you guys up with
I got somebody I'm going to connect you with too, because I got somebody that's been working on that kind of full screen setup, and he's been trying to like plug different guests in the community. He's been putting out posts, asking for poets, musicians, people that just want to kind of share their music. And I mean, you might know him, Rob, Maza4theRaza.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
super
of course.
active on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's working on a little space like that, man. So it's like, I think we're all kind of doing the same work. And when we come together, like pieces of a puzzle,
absolutely,
it's just beautiful to kind of see it all,
We should have them on. That'd be sick.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know what he's up to today, but I know that he's usually checking in and he's always active. I mean, his account's always popular.
No, I'm gonna hit him up for sure. That's a great idea. Yeah, I think your wife is in chat exposing you. You already have a green screen?
Not set up. Yeah, this is all fake. Actually, I am a green screen.
Yes.
It's in the bag. I haven't opened it up because I know how much work it is to actually get the lighting and make sure there's no shadows and all that good stuff. So eventually I will set it up. But yes. So what was she up to? She's over here in chat. Much love going out to my beautiful wife, of course.
Absolutely.
Always.
Yeah, but that's exciting because knowing that, I think we could really collab on some cool stuff. I'm stoked to hear that because I think you're onto something with that idea of having live performances. I think it would be just perfect for the space, being able to hype up a show with lights and effects and pyrotechnics and whatever we need to incorporate. We could even like sync stuff to the music if someone has a set, Like I think it would be amazing.
That's dope. I'm definitely with it, man. And again, bringing in the virtual everything, man. I mean, did he say that you're going to be sharing them today? Is your virtual dog ready for
No. That's a new one. I do have a surprise for you though. So since we're looking at the studio, every time I have a guest, I immortalize them somewhere in the studio. And
all right, cool.
You already tagged up my screen up here, so I figured I'd give you an actual space to work with.
There you go.
So
all right.
I gave you a space right here with your tag and a little microphone just to kind of give the full flavor.
I am humbled, bro.
Of who you are. You're in there forever, bro.
It's so dope. Yes, thank you, man. That's what an honor.
No, absolutely. But yeah, I think it'll be fun, like being able to kind of show love like that and have interactions and have people come in and showcase different types of talents, not just an interview format, but perform.
Definitely, man. And I think, honestly, one of the things that I appreciate about you is that you're always creating content in terms of trying to help other people. So I can definitely see this being something where, I mean, I'm not trying to dictate what you should do, but, potential ideas.
I love ideas.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's about sharing knowledge and like boosting that kind of like what we call base level knowledge, right? Like we're all going to kind of grow together, learn together, kind of, keep sharing concepts. So whether it is technology, whether it is music, in my case, culture, right? Indigenous culture, something that I love promoting, talking about, sharing, so on and so forth. And so at the end of the day, like, that's kind of what I'm saying, right? Like, giving that platform to different folks, and the podcast kind of idea of just generating content, having conversations of, sharing that knowledge. So I know that you have a lot to offer, and I'm sure that, plugging into our beautiful community here in Salinas, California, like, there's so much talent as well. So
no,
much
honestly,
insight,
yeah, I've gotten a lot of requests and questions about even the setup itself, like other people having ideas for things to do in it. There was one company who was like, hey, like, we want to make coding lessons for students, and we want a virtual studio for that to happen in. So I helped them with it, and then I've had other people contact me about like, oh, like, what would it take to set something like this up, because I want to do XYZ in it. So I mean, even just the idea itself of having an interactive studio, I feel like can go beyond just what I'm doing with it. Like, it'd be so cool to see what other people have in terms of ideas and content.